The funeral rites for former Prime Minister Patrick Manning is to be given at the Holy Trinity Cathedral on Saturday. The latest news as we keep an eye on preparations for the state funeral. The Chief Celebrant will be Anglican Archbishop Reverend Claude Berkley when the procession begins at 10 a.m. Leeron Brumell was at the cathedral today and spoke with the cathedral's administrator, Father Carl Williams.
The Holy Trinity Cathedral, with its cornerstone first laid in 1816, is where family, close friends, other relatives and this country's leaders will gather this weekend to pay their final respects to former Prime Minister Patrick Manning.
How does that work? So the mass is also there?
Inside, the cathedral's administrator, Father Carl Williams, takes us through the procession. So we told Mr. Manning's body is coming in the Abercrombie Street entrance, which is, of course, to my left. It will come along the aisle, of course, on the military escort, and then it will come to a stop just before the sanctuary, which is up at the top there. Of course, it's called the nave. We're also told that the Mannings will be seated on the right, of course, family and close relatives, and then, of course, all dignitaries here to pay their final respects will be seated on the left. The cathedral has a seating capacity of approximately 950 persons, but those numbers can be increased.
And I believe we're going to have tents on the Hart Street side. I think we're going to try to put tents lining the entire Hart Street, and tents are going to go also in the southern side of the Woodford Square, and I'm sure that the cathedral will be bursting to its beams.
The service is open to all, and Father Williams says they are, with anticipation, ready for Saturday's service.
We at the cathedral will be ready to receive and bury the former Prime Minister, who was very much loved, and also he was, when he was Prime Minister, he used to sit, he used to attend Mass regularly here at the Cathedral Church every Friday for midday. He would come and sit right up front, and he was very much a part of the Anglican faith.
Archbishop Claude Berkley will be the Chief Celebrant. Father Williams will be the Bishop's assistant on the day. Father Williams says the cathedral will do its best to fulfill the requests of the Manning family and also the state. The service begins at 10 a.m. Leeron Brumell, C News.
The office of the Prime Minister has advised that Woodford Square will be used to accommodate guests and members of the public for Mr. Manning's funeral. The family of the former Prime Minister will hold a private burial following the funeral service on Saturday. Members of the public are invited to line the funeral procession routes, which will be published.